Welcome to the Women's Fitness and Health Revolution podcast. There is so much noise on the interweb these days about what women should and shouldn't be doing when it comes to their fitness and health. Not only is it all too often tied to shame and fixing our bodies, it can also be incredibly detrimental to our health and wellness overall. The Women's Fitness and Health Revolution podcast sorts through the BS and offers advice and actionable tactile steps to support and build a better relationship to your amazing body through every stage of womanhood. It aims to break the cycle of keeping women in the dark about their extraordinary machines and revolutionize the way we move, eat, and live so that our daughters and our daughters' daughters look in the mirror and feel exactly what they are: fierce, beautiful, and capable of everything. The revolution starts here. Hello, and welcome to the Women's Fitness and Health Revolution podcast. Kinsey here, and I have missed you. So much so that I decided just to pop on the mic real fast and give you a quick little life update. Here's the rubs. Here's them rubs. I have not been on this podcast recently, and I truly apologize. Life has been, as it's been all year, extra lifey, but it's very exciting on this side of the world because it is a time of pretty big change. I've had a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to work in a studio in the Twin Cities that I love. It's given me a lot of opportunities to do all the things I love, like be in a studio space again, surrounded by people taking care of themselves, watching people brand spanking new to fitness who never thought they'd ever even try it, start to fall in love with it, or at the very least, start to recognize the benefits and show up for themselves, even when it sucks sometimes, because it isn't always fun. So I've worked with amazing people. Both sides of the glass. Coaches are outstanding. I've had a sales team that is amazing. It's just been a really, really wonderful experience. And I feel overjoyed with gratitude for everyone that I've spent the last year with. And it is with a bittersweet, full heart that I guess I can officially announce it, which is why I came on the podcast. It's kind of been something that's been in the works for a couple of months now, but it wasn't really appropriate to talk about it beforehand because it was still a transition period. But my fiance and I, Margarita Definition Make the Boys Go Loco, are embarking on a very exciting new chapter. It is always been a dream of mine since co-owning Hit House LA and Los Angeles all those years ago, to have my own studio space again where we can really focus on the style of training that I feel is the most important and beneficial, particularly for women as we age, which, as you know, if you spend any time around this podcast, is strength training. Obviously, there's other components that will be touched as well, but Marcus and I are going to, within probably by 2026, I'm going to start a little bit earlier without a space, open up a studio that is dedicated towards working with women in post and perimenopause, small group training, helping get women set up for success to age powerfully and strong and with limited perimenopause symptoms, and to head into the second decade of life and retirement and grandmotherhood and all these amazing things we have ahead of us with clarity of mind, strength of body, and just effervescence of the soul, right? Giving us something to really look forward to. So I am just absolutely tickled. And that is why I have not been on the podcast. I've been wrapping up this commitment that I love and have had over the last year. And it's been a lot of work, as it should be. I didn't want to be like, okay, bye. So I've just been trying to make sure that I get all my duckies in the row so that they're left in a really good place, because as I mentioned, everyone is so meaningful to me over there. But that is why I've been sort of absentee from this little section of my world. And yeah, so I just want to touch base, because I'm super excited, and I feel like now is finally sort of an appropriate time to announce it. I'm not 100% sure when I'm going to release this. I might wait until my final day of that job, just so that, again, it's a little bit more like respectful. There's just that nice, clean transition. But that is on the radar. So keep your eyeballs out if you're in the Twin Cities area and are like, yes, that's me. I am looking to get fit and healthy after 40 and live my second half of life even better than my first. Come at me, girl. kinsey.dement@gmail.com, or find me on Instagram, kinsey.does.the.fitness, and we can chit chat about you and what you're working on and how to help you. Also, for all of you who have been dropping in my DM, if I haven't been reaching out to you as of late on Insta, sort of the same thing. Life is really full. I'm pulling pretty long days, and it's sort of been just teetering a little bit on burnout, exhausted. So this was just social media, and the podcast is one of those things that when life gets real full, I can sort of take that Jenga piece out of the equation, put it back in. You know what I mean? I can sort of put this to the side just because that allows me to keep my brain happy, healthy, and thriving. That being said, however, one of the things that I'm very excited about for this transition, besides the obvious, is that I will be able to dedicate more time to this podcast. Get back to those bi-weekly or sometimes even weekly episodes. So if you have any questions, topics that you want me to cover or follow up on some research for, whether it's about training in pre or post perimenopause, whether maybe you just have questions about the transition, maybe you're not in perimenopause yet, but you want more information on how you can bulletproof, kind of set your body up for success as you head into that transition, whether it's 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road. It's never too early to start taking care of ourselves, right? So definitely hit me up. Again, kinsey.diment@gmail.com or kinsey.does.the.fitness on the Instagram. I would love to hear it. Also, it's just always good for me to know what people are actually thinking about. I've already got some ideas that will be kicking around, but you know me, I like to do my research, so I will have those locked and loaded when the time comes. So my plan, my darlings, is to get back to this pretty darn regularly towards the end of June. And if you're like, Kinsey, I thought you said the transition was happening soon. It is. But this lucky little ducky is going on a trip with her mom and her sister to Greece and France. So living that good life, and sort of my like pat on the back for closing one chapter and opening up into the next. And my mom has never been out of, well, she's been to Mexico and she's been to Canada. She's never been off this continent. So it's a big ladies trip. And I just want to make sure that I am able to be nice and present with family. So getting back in town end of June, and that will be my timeline for getting back to you. So lots of time to send in your topics, your questions, any thoughts that you have, comments about your own perimenopause transition. Again, sharing is one of the best ways that we can all learn and go through things, right? The more that we can share our own experiences, the more it, A, normalizes just talking about our own experiences, and B, you never know who's going through the same thing you're going through, and chances are a lot of people are. So thank you as always for taking time to listen to the podcast. Like I said, this one, it's really just an update because I love this platform. I am so grateful that there are humans out in the world who take time to listen to it, and I really honor and respect your time, and I want you to know I have not forgotten about you. I'm so excited to dedicate time to researching and creating these podcasts. And please stay tuned. Like I said, if you're in the Twin Cities area and are interested in learning more about the small group personal training programs that we are going to be starting, probably end of July, we're going to be starting enrollment for them. And then my goal is around end of 2025, beginning of 2026 to actually have the brick and mortar space open. So doing it, team. Healthy and thriving from here and to forever. Until next time I am able to hop on this pod, gosh dang it, I hope you are taking care of your bodies, moving with love, eating things that support yourself, getting outside, petting a dog, hugging your loved ones, and looking in the mirror and saying beautiful things to your beautiful self. Thank you so much for catching up with me. Drop me a line. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me what you'd like to hear. And I will catch y'all at the end of June. Thank you so much again for always being so understanding when I have to sort of bleep in and out of existence. Like I said, this next chapter is going to be completely dedicated to output. So there is going to be a lot of fun stuff coming the podcast's way. And hopefully you get to be a big part of it. All right, y'all. Until next time, take care of your beautiful bodies because you are so stinking worth it. AROOOO.